we have some companies in our world today that actually was kind of like that. They kind of stole the idea. We have Uber, we have Lyft, Grab. They have the same business model, but the first ever one that did that business was actually Lyft. But we don't know them now because the others stole the idea and flew with it. Hello, hello. Thank you once again for tuning in. Leadership Stack Live. We have a special guest tonight, Miss Antonette Aquino, aka Tony, and we are going to be tackling questions about business, entrepreneurship, leadership management, personal finance, and investments, and maybe how to even be a TikToker. So, Tony, welcome to the show and thank you for being here tonight.
Hi, thank you, Sean, for inviting me. It's such an honor to be part of your show because Sean already knows this, but I've always been such a huge fan of him.
Tony, before I move on, can you tell our audience a little bit more about you so that they know who I have here with me as a guest tonight?
Okay, so hi, I'm Antoinette, but most people call me Tony, and I am a licensed financial advisor and founder of Money Health Check. So, Money Health Check is essentially a social brand that aims to promote financial literacy specifically to the young Filipino community. And on top of that, I'm also a content creator. So I think some of you guys already know that I put most of my content on TikTok. So that really is my main platform for promoting my advocacy. And on top of that, I also lead a team of around 18 people. And for those who also don't know, I'm also a student from DLSU. So
All right. I'll start with some business questions. We have a question from Mitch. Mitch, thank you once again for tuning in tonight. How can someone protect their business or content idea from being stolen during pitching? When is it okay to steal and when is it crossing the line? I would say this rarely happens. I would say rarely happens. So ideas are cheap. That's what I always say. Ideas are cheap. A lot of people have a lot of ideas. That's the truth. A lot of people have very nice ideas, maybe even brilliant ideas. But if nothing is done about it, it's just an idea, you know? The problem is there are some people who have an idea and they keep talking about it and they don't do anything about it. And then someone thinks that their idea is also brilliant and actually does something about it. That's when we say, oh, that person stole that other person's idea. But in reality, we have a lot of talkers, not a lot of doers. And these talkers talk a lot about their ideas. It's the doers who get to do the idea. So the usual case of this is there's someone who keeps talking about his or her idea and they just keep talking and talking and talking and sharing it with everyone. Unfortunately, within that crowd, there's someone who's really looking for an opportunity to do or start a business that is perhaps a new idea. We have some companies in our world today that actually was kind of like that. They kind of stole the idea. We have Uber, we have Lyft, Grab. They have the same business model, but the first ever one that did that business was actually Lyft. But we don't know them now because the others stole the idea and flew with it. That is what I think about this question. No, how do you prevent it from happening to you? Don't talk about your idea to people you don't know, people you don't trust. Have self control. I know that as a founder and as a visionary, you might want to keep casting the vision. You might want to keep talking about it. Some founders, some visionaries, that's how they make it grow within their mind and heart Na finally, dahil sa paulit-ulit nila sa sarili nila at sa ibang tao, they finally get the oomph, the drive to do it themselves and to finally start it. That's how they build it to themselves. But when you are that kind of person and you keep doing that or you start doing that, make sure you're doing it with the right people.
So there was one that asked from Blessy GP how to tap wider customers as a small startup business.
I am assuming when you say wider customers, they're your target market. A lot of people think that we need to get into this viral bandwagon, or we need to get into whatever is sexy in marketing right now, because that's going to give us more reach and that's going to make us more money. That's not true. Here's the thing. Marketing is marketing. It's all about getting into the face and minds of your target market. That's it. It's not about traditional marketing is dying, things are moving to digital. It's not even about digital. Marketing is the same. Today, yesterday, it's the same. It's just how you're doing marketing now is different because your target market is moving to digital. So if your target market is not on digital, I wouldn't tell you to go digital. I wouldn't tell you to get social media marketing or SEO. I wouldn't tell you to get a website. But if you know where your target market is, focusing and expanding on those platforms, that's going to help you reach a wider audience. If your target market right now is someone who is using their smartphones, first thing in the morning they pick it up and last thing at night it's the thing they put down, then Facebook is a no-brainer. You have to be there, you have to be running some ads, you have to have budget, you have to be promoting, creating content for your Facebook market so that you could get a wider audience and reach. A lot of people also overlook word of mouth marketing. Word of mouth marketing is still the best form of marketing, but here's the thing, not a lot of companies have a word of mouth strategy. I mentioned this in an earlier podcast. One of the brands that I love in the food industry is Yabu. And that's because when they were starting out, me and my wife, we went to one of their restaurants and we had to wait like 45 minutes, which we didn't mind because we were just talking. So, hindi naman kami nagreklamo, hindi naman kami tumawag ng waiter, hindi kami nag-follow up. Hindi pa nga kami nag-follow up ng food namin eh. And after 45 minutes, food came and we started eating. And before we finished, the manager approached us and said, "Sir, sorry kasi ang tagal ng food niyo dumating. And we're just going to give it to you for free." And I was shocked. And I said, "Actually, don't do that because I know that you guys are going to be paying for it if you do this. So it's no problem. I'm going to pay for it. You know, we ate it. I'm going to pay for it." And he insisted that they weren't going to pay for it. It's the companies that's going to pay for it. And they're very sorry about giving our food 45 minutes after. They're getting word of mouth marketing now to all of you, you know, Yabu. They're in Grab, by the way. They're not paying me to say this. And that is an experience that I just love about them. They are customer centric and they serve their customers. Not a lot of businesses have a word of mouth marketing strategy. You have to make sure you have yours. So for SEO Hacker, our word of mouth marketing strategy, we go the extra mile. Meaning, ito lang yung pinagawa mo, marami pa kaming libreng idadagdag dyan na hindi mo ina-expect. And we've gotten a lot of word of mouth. I mean, some of the word of mouth news that I've heard about SEO Hacker, I am blown away. It's unbelievable what people out there say about us. And that's because of the word of mouth marketing strategy that me and my team put in place. So, yeah, that's going to be my best advice for you.
I'm learning a lot for that, even as someone who hasn't really explored in the digital marketing field.
Another question from Jeff: what's your perspective about network marketing? I think network marketing works, but the product must be good. I have been using Usana for a very long time already, and I believe in the product. I am not actively selling it. I am not active in the network marketing business of Usana, but the product is super good. That's why the company has existed and thrived for the past years. And I think if you're part of a network marketing company that has a really good product, that's going to be really good for you because you can make a lot of money. I also know that one of the Filipino founded network marketing products and companies that is super duper successful is Sante Barley. And that is a really good network marketing company. They love their people. They practice what they preach. The CEO, Joey Marcelo, is really, an authentic man who believes in health and wellness and fears God as well. So that is one of the biggest, I believe, network marketing businesses that's founded by a Filipino operating here in the Philippines. And definitely what they're doing is really, really good. Oh, hey, and since you're here, can you do me a favor? Can you hit on the subscribe button and hit the bell button and select all notifications so that whenever we have a new video, you're going to be the first one to know. Until then, keep leading. In our town hall meeting, we choose random people to recite the entire core value, and they have to memorize that. So we know it's in their minds. That's how you put it into heart. It has to start in the mind first, because if they don't know it, it's never going to go into heart, right? And you have to have systems and processes to make sure that it's reinforced. That is how you design culture.